Welcome to our Bold Bhaile Welcome Home podcast. I'm Joanne Dyas, and joining me today is a very special guest, Nathan Broad, who is also our lovely sponsor for this series that we're doing this year. Welcome, Nathan.
Well, thanks for the welcome, and I feel at home already. Thank you.
That's my intention. Everyone feels at home. Do you want to tell us a little bit about who you are and what
Sure
you
thing,
do?
yeah. So I'm the IT director for a large energy company called Certus Energy, and we deliver fuels and energy solutions for companies and domestic customers as well. And the reason I'm here is that we listened to our employees in a recent survey, and they told us, the management team, that we weren't doing enough in our communities. So we started a programme of reaching out to charities in our communities and trying to engage and help them with their journeys. And the reason we're doing it is partly because we're nice people, but also because it's good business.
Yeah.
So it's
We're
great.
very glad that that's how your team feel.
Yeah. It's good business because if our employees feel engaged with the community, they stay with us.
Yeah.
And it reduces our staff turnover. And the spin-off is that we do nice things with charities like yours as well.
Yeah. And we're very, very grateful. So I asked our team if they got a few things they'd like to ask. So, having Nathan on, you have been, haven't you, a couple of times?
I've been, yeah.
You've met the team, you've met the members, you went to our old site, you've been to the new site.
That's right.
So I did speak to the team and said, right, come on, give us some questions. What do we want? I've got Nathan in the room. What do we want to ask him? So some of the things they came up with was, why does he do what he does? What is it about Bold Bhaile that he loves? What is it he sees in us that, because we're a very, very small entity, what is it that he sees that makes him want to help us?
Well, I think you've hit the nail on the head. The first time that we got together, it was actually near the start of our journey as a company to try and help companies,
right, okay.
And charities. And there's a lot of large charities out there that get lots of publicity. And that is a way of helping and working in the community. But finding a smaller charity that really needs our help, and you can see it's tangible, you can see it in front of your eyes, it's really good. So what struck me was when I came to your old site, which is over the road from where you are now.
It's not far, yeah, it's just over the way.
And I think we helped tidy up, right?
You did.
We did a bit of gardening.
We're the senior leadership team.
Yeah.
Tidying up, cleaning up for us.
Yeah, and then I think I spent some time with your husband. And we were doing a bit of preparation for like a seating area in the garden. But it struck me how close to the people that were going to be recipients of your charity that was. It's not some faceless, nameless exercise. You could see and feel it was tangible. And that's why, again, you had a bit of I would say, a Hail Mary to me and said, Nathan, do you fancy sponsoring us?
We did a bit of a tough time.
You'd made an impact on me, and so I thought, well, listen, let's get behind this. And in fact, because you wrote to a few of us, I think, and I dropped an email around the leadership group and said, listen, leave that with me, I'll go and sort it out. And
we're very grateful that you did.
Yeah. You see the good that you do, I think, is why we're here.
Right, okay, thank you. What other things, do you do any other things in the community that maybe we'd be interested in? Have you got any sort of plans to do Christmas appeals? Is there anything like that you... So
we're open to almost anything.
Okay.
What we do have is, so we've got a dedicated member of our HR team that helps us engage with communities, and they also look after our EDI activities. So we're open to almost anything.
Okay.
The kind of things that we do are the activities we've done with you. So we'll get involved with charities to do perhaps painting, decorating,
so the volunteering time and
volunteering. And actually what's behind it is mathematics. So what we've said is that we'll give 1% of our profit to charity. Now, not all of it is that is cash though. So a big chunk of it is time.
Yeah.
So we give every employee a day a year to book with their manager's approval, because we're a seasonal business, so sometimes it's not convenient, particularly in the winter. We deliver fuel.
That's fair enough, isn't it?
But we'll help on site or Almost anything, really. You know, we've got an IT team, so if a company...
You may be sorry you said that.
If a charity needed help with some IT activities, we might do something like that as a day as
Okay,
part of
yeah,
the
yeah.
charitable giving. But we also do donations of cash. So,
Okay.
and that's one of the things we've done with you, right? It's the sponsorship of this podcast series.
Right,
Right.
fabulous.
So, but
okay.
overall, we give 1% to charity.
Okay, we'll be in touch.
Yeah, yeah.
I think one of the other big questions was, you know, it's 𝐀𝐧𝐆 Energy. It's quite a big brand.
Yeah.
But a lot of the team, parents, members, different ones, they'd never heard of 𝐀𝐧𝐆 Energy.
Right.
Do you want to give us a little bit of a...
Yeah, well, I
spin on
like
what-
to say, yeah, it's a good point. That I like to say that 𝐀𝐧𝐆 Energy is one of the bigger companies that people have never heard of. So we do 3 or 4 things, and we're part of a larger group. So we're part of a company called DCC. They're a FTSE 100 listed company, so they're listed on the London Stock Exchange. And we're one of their larger business units. They've got companies all over the world. And what 𝐀𝐧𝐆 Energy do is energy.
Right,
So
okay.
we do what we call domestic and commercial energy, delivering fuel. That's petrol and diesel and kerosene. So people who are off-grid for gas, they've got no mains gas into the house, they have to somehow heat their home.
I think that's one of the things I found fascinating when you lot came out as
Yeah.
a leadership team and you were explaining, you were saying like it was all the old ideas in the country that are not sort of up to date with all the new energy systems and
Yeah.
ways of, and they're the ones that you get out to and...
Yeah, it
and
might
make sure
typically
that-
be more rural communities where the gas line hasn't got there and
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
cost effective to do so. What people have got there is they've got a big tank in the garden full of kerosene and they heat their home from that. So we do that, but we also have petrol stations. So if you've seen the Gulf brand petrol stations,
Yeah, seen them.
they're either owned by us or I would say like a third party kind of franchise that works and runs petrol stations. So there's about 500 of those. And a bunch of other stuff as well. We're the biggest independent distributor of lubricants in the UK as well. So we do motor factory and industrial lubricants as well.
So not that small really, are you?
Not that small. So we've got about 2,500 employees with 𝐀𝐧𝐆 Energy. And as a group of companies, DCC Energy GB in the UK, we've got about 4,500 employees. And we're doing everything from liquid petroleum gas LPG in tanks to liquid fuels to lubricants to what we call mobility, which is the petrol stations, fuel cards for HVG. So it's a lot of stuff that we do. Yeah, it's quite the big thing. Yeah. But what you will recognise for 𝐀𝐧𝐆 is our delivery trucks. So we've got about 700 of those, and they drive around the country delivering fuel, you know, to people's homes and also to commercial premises as well. And once you've seen it, it's a purple colour. You'll go, well, I don't know, I missed them.
Yeah.
They're everywhere,
probably
right?
seen
They're
hundreds.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, okay, go on.
So, because I don't think I've
I don't
heard
think
this.
that's how it works.
I
I'm the
don't
host.
think I've heard the story of how you got started.
Ah, right, okay. There's a full podcast on it, more
Is
or
there?
less. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to watch that.
The first one.
Give me the
yeah.
short version.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the short version is I worked in learning disabilities from being at school myself.
Yeah.
Trained to be a nursery nurse, worked in special schools for many years. My husband did the same. He was a classroom assistant and whatever else. So it was always something we wanted to do, make something that made a difference and gave opportunities to these people that don't always get the best of opportunities. So it was always there on a back burner, something we'd both like to do. And then we all got, when the kids were little, it was great. We both worked in special schools.
Right.
We had all the holidays, all the weekends. And then as the kids got older, we both like got itchy feet, and I sort of went into different things and ended up mental health nursing. My husband went doing sports coaching, then he was working in the hospitals as a healthcare assistant. And then this opportunity just came along, and I think I was a bit bogged down with the NHS being the way
Right.
it was. I was working a psychiatric liaison team over in Warrington Hospital, clinical lead in the team.
Right.
Quite a significant member of the
Yeah.
team, and decided I wanted to do something.
Quite
something
brave.
It was
Yeah.
quite brave. Probably mad as well, a bit mad. But it was a leap of faith that I took,
Yeah.
and I'm really glad I did. So this is year 3 now
Right.
for Bold Bhaile. And we've been on quite an incredible journey. This probably being one of the masterpieces, getting us out there. I mean, we are quite well known now, especially in the local community. We do we affect lives, not just of our members, people with additional needs, also local people struggling. The world's very unkind at the minute, isn't it? There's more people struggling than you could imagine, and we just do our best to get out there and do what we can in the community. And our members help us with that, and they love it. They absolutely love it. And meeting people like yourself is one of the perks of that, and getting people like yourself on board, and recognising what we do.
Great. Well, thanks for sharing that.
So, go on, you've asked me a question now. Are you going to answer my question then?
Go on.
So, what do you do? A bit about you personally. What made you think, that this is something worth investing in? They're onto something here. This is a good thing.
Well, I'm a local lad actually from Liverpool.
Okay.
I've now lived more of my life away from Liverpool than I lived in Liverpool. But the idea, so I'm not just a director of a company, I'm also a human being, and I've got the same needs as my teams and the employees of the company.
Yeah.
So when people say we want to do more in the communities we're from, it's a community that I've been in. I live out in Cheshire now, but I lived in Liverpool. I was born in the Old Swan and lived around Allerton Road most of my life when I was young. So it feels very, it's interesting you call it, what's it called? Welcome home? Or
the podcast is Welcome Home.
Welcome home. So it feels like coming home.
Yeah, a lot of people do say that, actually. That's probably where a lot of it came about. But the name itself is Irish Gaelic. So Bold is the area. That goes back to sort of my roots as well with my dad. My dad was a miner at Bold Colliery, so that's where the Bold bit comes in, and that's our footprint where the hub is. And then the Bailey, whichever way you say it, Bale's probably the easiest, is Irish Gaelic for sort of small village, home from home. And so that's sort of the meaning behind that one. So that is
so
that's
all
what
kind
we
of knits together, doesn't
it? Does all knit together, and that's our
together.
sort of main aim, that we are a home from home for people.
Yeah.
Especially our members.
So it's nice to both lead and give something back, and then be personally involved in giving something back as well in the local community I came from. So Joanne, I know that you've recently moved premises just over the road. What's going on?
Oh, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
We are getting there, honestly. So we've got a new fence up. Our volunteers have been working hard to get the fence up around, just to make everything secure. We've got an Halloween disco coming up in a couple of weeks. Members are really looking forward to that. In our old place, we used to have karaoke's every week, which was really taking off. We don't have the space now to do that. So what we've done is invited some of our old karaoke members back to come and see the new place, come and see what's going on.
For one night only.
One night only, yeah. Just one night only. But I'm sure they'll be back. They'll be back.
Yeah.
So they can come for the Halloween disco, and then we'll roll out of Halloween. So at the minute, they're all painting the windows and getting everything ready for Halloween. And then it'll be the dreaded C word. Christmas will step in then. So we've got a Christmas fair booked in. We're in, so it's St Philip's Vicarage that we're in at the minute. We're renting that off the church. So we're going to use the church hall, the actual church, which is just next door but one to where we are. We're going to use that as our building for this year's Christmas fair. Brilliant. So that's going to be bigger and better than ever. Massive tombola. We're well known for our big tombolas, prize tombolas.
Very good.
So we've got the Christmas fair coming up, and then it'll just roll. We'll probably start our Christmas appeal then, where we'll get families to reach out to us, anyone struggling, and try and help that way. You'd be surprised how many people are struggling, but you'd also be surprised how many people are like, I want to go, can I be part of that? I want to, what can I do? Donate. I'll give some time. I'll go out delivering the things. And I think the Neighbourly platform are doing something as well. So that's how we got in touch with you guys in the first place. Yeah. So I think they're doing a sort of Christmas toy appeal. I have signed up for that one. So that's another one to look out for. But as well, yesterday we had a delivery of bikes from the uncle of one of our members. So Harry's uncle dropped off 16 reconditioned bikes.
Amazing.
all second hand, but all in good condition. So he owns a bike shop and does lots of different triathlons and things, biking events. So we'd fixed them all up. They've all got brakes on, everything that they need to roll. And we're just in the process.
So how do you distribute them? How do you, if you like,
You'd
decide
be
who
surprised.
to...
Yeah, it is hard. So trying
Yeah.
to put a criteria on is
Yeah.
hard. But I see it this way, that if, we'll help families that are struggling, especially if children are not having a bite. Like last year, we had a young girl with a paper round who'd reached out, and the man in question actually got us a brand new bike for her in that instant. That was a really good story of ours. But all of these reconditioned ones, we're just sort of giving them away. So anybody who needs a bike, they come along, tell us why they need the bike. They may offer us a donation. Really, all I ask of them is go away, follow us on Facebook, follow us on TikTok, give us a shout out, support what we do, just get more and more people involved. So basically that leads into what these podcasts are all about. So for me, I think we all sat in the hub and we was like, we need to go TikTok live. We need to get our followers up there. We need to get out there and, we need to show off what we do and get our members out there. But trying to get your followers up on TikTok, it's not easy. And people saying, oh, you can buy followers. Can you? Yeah, let's buy some followers. So we just sort of like trying to think of ways. And then we was like, podcasts are pretty big now, aren't they? I wonder if we could get some sort of sign up. We'd need some financial support with that, but let's get some podcasts rolling. And that's exactly where we are now. So I think for us, obviously we've got the big investment from yourselves, but we want to get the brand out there. We want to get the name out there of Bold Bhaile. We want to show off everything that we do, because the more impact we can have, the more people we can help. So the more sponsors we get in, the farther our reach goes. And everything that we do, we're a community interest company, so everything that's pumped into us is pumped into the community and our members. We're a not-for-profit, so everything that comes in goes out, and it's out as far and wide as possible to reach the local community.
Amazing. So so you've told me where you started and also what you're doing in the next 3 or 4 months, and it sounds like you might have big ideas of where this could lead to. I mean, what would be the perfect outcome for you? How big do you want to get? Do you want to say small, or do you want to get bigger?
I want to stay small in terms of our small membership. I don't ever want to get to a point, because I've had this discussion so many times where people say, get more members and you could fit more people, keep your staff low and get more. No, that's not what we're about. We're about that care. It's putting our members at the heart of everything that we do, and having that home from home care, rather than let's get more in, let's get more pennies in that way. I would rather spend all my time fundraising and pulling money in through raffles and pre-loved things and all of that sort of stuff that we do, so that money and time can go on our members, rather than maximising numbers coming in. I'd rather maximise the work that we deliver and put the work in behind the scenes.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So long term, ideally, I mean, at the minute we've got the 3-year lease on the church, the vicarage that we're in. So we've got a 3-year lease from the church, and we're really grateful for that, because at the start when I was going for it, it was like, no, it's just a 6 month. That's all you can have up to now. And it's like, oh, we're going to take this risk. Are we going to do this? Should we just uproot everything for 6 months? But then, I got in touch with the diocese and spoke to different people and managed to secure 3 years for us. So that's 3 years. Following that, who knows? I mean, we could be in a position where, we could extend that. We could get somewhere bigger. I don't know.
Right.
Never say never.
It sounds like you don't want to go national, though. You're thinking this is a
no, absolutely not. This is
small...
no. And we're Bold Bhaile. We're not going to change our name to a national. It's a local company. We want to stay local. We just want to grow in the impact we have, rather than growing, delivering the service. We want to grow in how much impact we're having.
Yeah.
So I've got lots of ambition, but it's mainly in the impact. So I always say that the motto, if you've got a bit extra, build a longer table rather than a taller wall. Just that's what it's all about for me.
And for any other potential sponsors out there that might be watching, what kind of help would you like from other sponsors that might help you?
There's so much more we would like to do. Things we've touched on before as well. At the minute, we had a minibus donated last year. Unfortunately, we've had more or less not far off 12 months out of the minibus. That's kaput. So we're not managing to get out as much into the community now as we were doing. So that's another big one for us. We've got things on the grounds that need doing. Although we've done the fences and things, we're trying to integrate the allotment area that we had over at the old place. So that's that's always a work in progress to get that sorted. And in the house itself as well, there's quite a few bits that we would like to do to make it better. Because it is a house, a vicarage, 4-bedroom. You have seen it, haven't you? But there's a lot more that could be done with it to make it more fit for purpose for what we do.
And you've even got, I think when we were chatting, you've got a caravan where you can give
that's
weekend respite care.
So we're now offering weekend respite to our members. That's another,
which is amazing, right? It's amazing for parents.
That's been a massive step, and I don't think we've sung about that one enough, really. But it is in its infancy. We've had it since April, May time, and we've just in the last few weeks started. So our members are absolutely delighted, and parents are getting a break as well. Yeah. Which that's one of the things you don't consider, isn't it? Yeah. With some with additional needs, that they need that input for a lot longer than your children, and you're basically wanting that switch off that you can't get sometimes, and that's what we try and offer with the caravan. So we take them to North Wales. It's just 2 nights, but it makes a massive difference, and it makes a difference for our members because that's something that they can't readily, go on girly weekends with the peers and stuff. It's
because the main thing you're delivering really is, you might call it daily respite care as a
day
daily centre.
Yeah. So the respite takes it to another...
It's a whole other level, right?
Yeah. And but hopefully as well, if we can get the alterations done at the hub itself, we are in the planning stages of that now, but we're going to try to offer respite within the hub as well.
Right. I saw that room.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah, so you're starting to prepare.
That one will be our respite room.
So that's the kind of thing where if anybody's out there, they might help with sponsorship.
Another project.
Right. Okay.
And that would be in the near future. We're hoping to do that.
Brilliant.
And it's very limited in the area that we are as well. Respite facilities are very few and far between, and very fully booked up a lot of the time. So when families are needing that little bit of time out, they struggle to get it.
So, Joanne, you've heard me talk about the reason why we started helping charities. Our employees told us in our annual survey we need to do more in our communities. And you've spoken a little about the respite care you offer, but there's so much more than that you're doing. I'm pretty sure you're doing some food distribution. Can you tell me about that?
We are, yeah. I always play this down, Nathan, to be fair, but I would say at the minute it's probably one of the biggest projects that we've got going that's having one of the biggest community impacts. So with Neighbourly, again, we have regular collections at the local Aldi stores, local Lidl, some Sainsbury's, that's been a little bit hit and miss. But we do get, the food. So it's surplus food that would be just getting binned or who knows what.
So it's close to its sell-by date.
Kind of so thing. It's usually, it's the ones that they can't have on display, so they've got to put in the back. So we go and collect it, and then we distribute it. But there's always a good mix of things. Bananas, we went through a phase where there was everyone in Par was walking around with bananas, because we were just putting them out on the front on the wall, and everyone was eating bananas. But we, every so often now, so coming up to the weekend, I've usually got enough to put together 3, 4, I think possibly the most I've done is 6 food hampers over the weekend, and they've all gone. And some days I find that really sad. Other days I just think, but it's a sign of the times, isn't it? So it's people who, the universal credit's been sanctioned, 'cause that's one of the big things now, isn't it? People are finding themselves, I'm on universal credit, but I've been sanctioned for this, that and the other. I've not turned up for something, or the baby's been unwell. We hear lots of different things going on. People on low-income families. So, the wages have got messed up, or they're only going to get paid in a few days, and, school's just started. They've got the uniforms, but they've not got, the shopping in. And we will put a bag together and give them to families. We're having a really big impact at the minute with these food parcels. We've got people coming collecting them for elderly neighbours, so they can't get out and about, so they'll come and take it. It's fruit, it's veg, it's goodness for them. the odd tins of things, pasta, all your staples, really, your basics that you just wouldn't imagine. But that is really helping them. So that we've got some elderly doing it. There's a small refugee community. They're coming taking some of the bits and bobs as well. Local people who are working, but obviously still struggling to get by, they will come and take food parcels or take them for other families. It's
so
definitely
for someone in the community who perhaps is struggling, how do they engage with you to get involved in that? And
so it's generally, I'll put a post out to say that we've got food, but our inbox is always open. Anyone struggling, anyone who knows someone that's struggling, because a lot of people will struggle and not even tell anyone that they're struggling. If your next door neighbour, you can see that, they've got 5 kids, they're really struggling, get in touch. The parcels are there. People just come, knock on, take them. There's no embarrassment. There's nothing. They just come, take the parcels. We get them out as far as we can. No, there's no means testing. There's no you deserve it, you don't.
Yeah.
There's even, our members that come, the parents come and pick them up on the way home from work on a Friday and be like, I haven't even picked my shopping up. I've not managed to get to the shop today. Here, go make a hot pot, and that they're fixed then for the weekend. They've not got to go out after they get the family member home and start again, go out shopping. They've got a bag full of stuff there that they can just...
Brilliant. And then the mechanics of it, how does it work? You get deliveries from, or do you have to pick
We
it up,
need to... So we've got to drive about... So we're heavily reliant on volunteers as well to do that. It's generally me. My husband Dave, he does a lot of it as well. My son. But yeah, that's, it is us. And it's often the staff coming out.
Did you say your van is out of action?
The van's completely out of action, yeah.
Right.
Which is making me really sad at the minute. If anybody out there has got a minibus that they're not using that they could give to Bold Bhaile, that's a bit cheeky, that one, isn't it? But yeah, we'd be very grateful. We'd be forever your friend.
What I'd say to any potential sponsor is this is really rewarding. So if you can, please do help Joanne.
Thank you very much, Nathan. Yeah, even if you've got, one that's not been on the road for a while, we can have a good look at it. And I'm sure my Dave and the rest of them can get that roadworthy and on the road for us. So anyone in the community there that's, or in the business world, anyone, if you've got, minibus lying around or a few £1,000s you want to spend on a minibus, yeah, give us a call.
And you said that we talked earlier on about, you dropped me an email saying, Nathan, did you want to sponsor the podcasts? It'd be really useful for you to tell me and perhaps the audience, what do you hope to get from this? What's your aim?
The overall aim, I would say, is to get us out there, to shine the lights on Bold Bhaile. Not just me, it's always me. I always have to front up these things, but I've got a fantastic team, a fantastic set of volunteers. The members are some of the most special people you'll ever meet. You've actually met some of them, haven't you? Yeah. They've all got their own stories to tell. They're all fabulous in their own ways. They've all, overcome barriers that some people would never dream of having to overcome. I want to grow that. So, yeah, I would like some new members. We always want new members. But also volunteers, people donating, people supporting us, taking part in the raffles. We have the pre-loved shop. If you're having a good sort out, bring us your donations, just drop them in. We sort it all out. There's not much we do refuse, really, because we have other means of getting them out there to different charities as well. Whatever we can't use or sell, we will pass on to other good causes. So it's donating, it's getting involved in the raffles, obviously sponsorship like you've done yourselves. Mm-hmm. That can be anything from, so recently, Nick at NWH Landscapes here in Halton, he has paid for our uniform. He's another one. He doesn't really want much praise, but we've had the uniform done, so it was £500. Mm-hmm. There you go, guys. Get your uniform. We had his name put on as well, so he's got his little NWH landscape on the arms of our uniform. So that's nice for him. That's one way of getting involved. Previous to that, Nick was the one who got us the minibus. He seen that we were interested in this minibus, and he was like, "I'll get that for you guys," and that kept us on the road for a year. It's little things like that.
So it's publicity in your local community.
Yeah.
It's
and out there as well. Just the wider community and online as well. It's your presence online, isn't it?
And you're open to more membership as well.
Yeah, definitely more members. Not too many members.
Not too many.
Yeah,
You don't
because
want
we're
it to be
home
too
from
big.
home, don't forget. But
And
yeah,
then the volunteers.
we've always got room for another. Volunteers.
How would someone do that? How would they volunteer?
You can go to our website,
Right.
which is www.boldbhaile.𝐶IC.co.uk. You can sign up to volunteer. You can sign up new member interest. You can sign up for sponsorship. We have a donate now button that you can drop a few quid on, and that comes directly into our account. Tons of ways of getting involved. Okay, Nathan, I'm sorry, we're out of time. That has been really interesting. Thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you for sponsoring this full thing and all of the stuff that you've done in between helping us. It means the world to us. I truly mean that. That's heartfelt. Anyone else that wants to get involved, you know what to do. Any last words from Nathan?
Well, yeah. Well, first, thank you. I've had a lovely time and I've learnt a lot. What I'd say to the viewers is, if you're a parent with potential member, Joanne and her team do an amazing work. Get in contact. If you're a potential volunteer, if you've got some spare time and want to give something back to the community, get in contact with Joanne. And if you're a company that does the gifts and shares, please do sponsor Joanne. They do amazing work. Thanks, Joanne.
Thank you so much. So guys, you all know what to do. Nathan's told you now as well as me. Hit the button, subscribe to the podcasts. We'll see you next time when I bring along one of our parents who's going to chat to you all and let you know some of the, the impact, that side of things. I'm not going to give too much away. It's going to be very interesting. Thank you all for joining us and stay tuned. Goodbye.